back, the whole river was again in flood. So again they were in a dilemma. So Naradji came, and this time Naradji said, you pray that this Durvasa Rishi has never eaten anything in his life. That he is always non-eater. Then you part. He said, अभी तो मांग के और खा लिया उन्होंने. How can we say like? But so then they prayed, and again the river parted and gave. Durvasa Rishi essentially is that Atma only, who has identified with his self, that self never eats. Krishna Bhagwan essentially is that Atma which is untouched by anything. It is asangaha. This marriage and all is not for that Atma. It is at the level of the body, level of the mind, but Atma remains untouched. So he who says that Atma is doing something and it is being done on the self, both of them do not know. See, this word Atma is being misunderstood in our country a lot. Anything happens, we talk about this Atma, everyone talks. And even they identify Atma with the Bhoot Pret, ek to. उसकी आत्मा भटकती है ऐसी जाती है. भटकती आत्मा, लटकती आत्मा, सटकती आत्मा. डिफरेंट उपन्यास पहले जमाने में होते थे. People used to read it and get scared like. So Atma, one misunderstanding, Atma means some ghost. Another we have misunderstanding, Atma means it is some sort of object or something which is existing somewhere in our body. Maybe somewhere between the eyebrows, maybe in the heart, maybe in the stomach, maybe in the kidney, maybe in the somewhere. So we feel that it is some object or something, shining material or something which is existing somewhere. So many people when they ask the doctors also maybe कि आप जब open करते कुछ आत्मा भी मिली क्या आपको? जैसे ना आत्मा तो नहीं मिली but appendix मिल गया. So that is another misunderstanding. Then we have a misunderstanding that okay, it is something which is invisible and all, but it occupies this body, and then when a person dies, it goes like and goes into somewhere else. And we in the movies also we find something coming out and then going into some other person and all. So it is not because if it is all pervading, then it is not something which moves in space. Even space exists in that self. It is not a part in space. It is not like an object in space that it goes out from here and moves somewhere else. No. So lot of misunderstanding is there about this Atma. We identify the nature of the body, the mind and all those things, superimpose those ideas on the self. So all this misunderstanding is eliminated, should be eliminated through the study of the scriptures. So Bhagavan says, Ya enam vetti hantaram, one who feels that I am the doer of action. I, the self, is the doer of action, and action is being done on me. Then both these ideas, both these people who think like this, they do not know the self. Ubhav tavna vijanitaha, because na ayam hanti na hanyate. This Atma is neither it kills nor is it killed. It neither slays nor does it get slayed. It remains untouched in all circumstances. So that is the main thing which one has to realize. If that is true, then what exactly is the nature of this self? See, many times the Atma is indicated using a negative language. Negative language means the language of negation. Not this, not this, not this. But what exactly it is? What are its positive qualities? And a very famous and very beautiful shloka is there where Bhagavan reveals the nature, both using the positive as well as negative, this language means language of assertion and negation, he reveals. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिद् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिद् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. What is this Atma? Na jayate. It is that which is not born. Atma is not born. Na mriyate. It doesn't die. Va kadachit. Ever. Na ayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuyaha. Also Atma not having become again becomes, means here the punarjanma of that Atma is denied. We will talk about what exactly punarjanma and all, but Atma doesn't undergo punarjanma, that it is born, then again it dies, and again it is born. That also is denied. Na ayam bhutva, having become, bhavita va na bhuyaha, again it dies and then again takes another birth. That is also denied for the Atma. Therefore, it is ajaha. Ajaha means unborn. Nityaha, eternal. Shashvataha, unchanging. Puranaha, ancient yet new all the time. Pura api navam. Though it is very ancient. Ancient means it existed in past, but still it is always new. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. It doesn't get destroyed even when the body is destroyed. The Atma is not destroyed. I am not destroyed even when the body gets totally destroyed. So here all the modifications which obviously are there in any object of this world is denied in that self. For example, this body passes through 6 modifications. Not only body, but all the objects of this world passes through 6 modifications. And all these 6 modifications are denied in that self. They are asti, the technical words, asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate and vinashyati. For example, this our physical body. Asti, asti means before it is born, it exists. It exists means the material which goes to make my body is there. It is there in the father's body. It is there in the mother's body. The material is in this world only. When the material is there in the father's body, mother's body, there is no I who is identified with it. You don't, the father, mother doesn't feel that there is somebody existing in my body, I don't know when he will come out, nothing like that. So the body is there with all the blood and all those essence of the body and all, and that material which will go to make the future body of that child, it exists in the father, it exists in the mother. But there is no identification. Then they come together and slowly the fetus grows in the mother's womb. So it grows there and it exists there. And then the child is born. And that child is called Jayate, is born. Means a particular shape of all this material takes place and the child is born. Then Vardhate, slowly the child grows, the body grows, Vardhate. Then it undergoes modification, Viparinamate, it undergoes modification. It grows, becomes big, large, small, tall. And then Apakshiyate, it slowly starts decaying. and vinashyati, and one day it falls down dead. That is the modification which happens with all the bodies and many of the objects of this world. Like for example, this watch which is made, the material which has gone to make this watch was there. It has come from that which already existed in some other form maybe. Then it was brought together in this particular form, that is called its birth. Then it keeps on modifying as it changes, it becomes a little bad, this, that, and it keeps modifying. It starts decaying and ultimately it perishes. So these changes happen in all the objects of this world. These changes are denied in the self. Self is not which is like a material which existed and then it comes into being and then it grows or it changes and it dies. All this modification is denied in the self. It is neither born nor does it die. So in between modification is also not there. It neither comes into being and then takes birth again and again. That again and again birth is for the mind, for the intellect, for that personality which is made up of the mind and intellect, that we will also discuss further. But the Atma is not born again. It is that concept of taking birth and dying and again being born is not there for the self. It is ajaha, unborn, nityaha, eternal, shashvataha, unchanging, puranaha, pura api navam. Though ancient, it's always new. The sense of I is always fresh. You don't remember I, but you experience that I, your own presence, your own existence is experienced fresh. Yeah? You may remember, oh, I went there and this and that. The body's experience have been gone here and there. But the experience of that self is ever fresh, ever new, and ever present. There is a certain glow to that presence. So it is Puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Even when the body gets destroyed, the Atma remains unchanged, indestructible. So thus, with so many verses, Bhagavan first reveals the nature of the self. As I said, there are 4 topics. First, Arjuna's delusion and then his surrender to Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan reveals the nature of the self. Then he gives us the path by which we can, from karma, we can reach the state of enlightenment. That is also revealed in the 2nd chapter. And finally, the characteristics of a realized master is revealed. We'll see other shlokas tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate